Okay, how's it going, guys? Got another Maverick Sport video for you today. Today this thing's getting tuned. I've seen a lot of Can-Am Renegade 1000Rs get tuned, and I mean it really wakes them up. You know, they go from topping out at like 60 to topping out at 90. Not that I want to go that fast or anything, but as far as throttle response, air-fuel mixture, some other things, it really does change a lot. I think the factory cooling fans come on at about 210 degrees. When it gets tuned, they'll come on at 180, so it'll definitely run cooler. So anyway, UTV Direct went ahead, our sponsor, they went ahead and donated this Dynojet Powervision 3 to us. So we're gonna go ahead and show you what that's all about. I haven't seen any videos on any Maverick Sports getting tuned at all before, so it should be interesting. So I'll get this thing cleaned up, and then we'll go ahead and show what it's all about, putting this Dynojet tuner on. It shows that you can leave it on and read different parameters inside, you know, voltage, throttle response, all kinds of different things. I don't really think I'm going to do that. What I am going to do is, from what I read, is you can put in their tune, and then you can drive it with it in it for a few times, and then you can send it back to Dynojet, and they'll give you a custom tune. So they'll read all your info from the couple times that you just drove it, and then they'll make their changes and then send it back to you. So it's your own custom tune. I don't think that costs anything extra as far as if you bought a Dynojet Powervision. So that should be interesting. So with that being said, let's go ahead and hit the intro, and then we'll get into the action. Okay, I've been waiting a few days to open this. Got a package from UTV Direct. Dynojet Powervision 3 tuner for the Maverick Sport. We'll go ahead and open it and see what's inside. Underneath the steering column, here's the plug, just pulls right out. Gray plug, that's what it looks like, diagnostic port. So we're going to go ahead and plug that into the tuner, and we'll get started. Alright, so plugged into the diagnostic port. We'll turn the key on and see what happens. Searching for tune, and it said ready to flash. All required files found. Press rectangle to select tune. So there's two different tunes available. So I don't know if you can see that there. I will be right back, and I'll let you know which one. I got the tuner plugged into the laptop because the two tune files that it had listed, if you would have just uploaded them as it told you to without looking on the website, they were for a Maverick Trail. So they have only two listed for a Maverick Sport. Neither one of them have anything to do with an aftermarket exhaust. I plugged it into the machine, turned the key on for a few minutes. Apparently it read my computer and stored that data in the tuner. So we got the tuner plugged into the laptop, and it wants me to upload the file from the tuner to the website. So I haven't done that yet. We'll see what that looks like. It shows the available tunes. Now I don't know if you can see that. It's terrible on the laptop, but it shows stock file 4900 and non-stock file 4901. But it says it's for a Maverick Trail, not a Maverick Sport. So I've already emailed their customer support. It's a little irritating because it does show a Maverick Sport file for 91 octane, so I don't even know what we're gonna flash this thing with. First off, I will say that Dynojet's customer service was pretty on point. 7 o'clock here in the Northeast, and I called there and got a human within like 5 minutes. So that is good. However, apparently when you plug this in to your vehicle, it reads your computer for whatever files are stored in your computer, and the only thing that it shows up is the stock file and whatever file you can flash it. You can't flash it wrong. So even though it says 4901 and you go to Dynojet's website, and Dynojet's website says it's for a Maverick Trail, that they typed out on their product on their website, and you have a Maverick Sport, the guy said, just go ahead and flash it anyway. It's correct. So he says that that's it. That's what it fits. So although I had him on the phone, I told him we had an HMF full exhaust, and he went ahead and created a custom tune on the spot for us, which we're flashing right now. So once this is finished, hopefully it starts, and we'll bring you back for that. And it even gives you an option to check the VIN number that it's paired with. So I go make sure the VIN number is the same. Okay, it is my machine. It paired my VIN number. So luckily, Dynojet's based out of Las Vegas. So if you've ever been to Vegas, maybe look that up. It'd probably be a pretty cool trip. But Dynojet's based out of Las Vegas, and it was time enough that I could call, and I immediately got a hold of somebody within 5 minutes in technical support for a Powervision for these vehicles, which is pretty awesome. I gotta say, like, where else can you call with something like this and get somebody worth a shit within 5 minutes? And I told this guy what it was, and immediately he knew which file I was talking about, what file was available for this vehicle. I didn't even send him anything. I gotta say, he was a little short with me, but he knew his shit. I told him that I had a full exhaust, and I was planning on, reading the data and sending it back to him. And he's like, well, what are you talking about? And I said, well, the instructions say you could read data on this thing and send it back to you guys, and you'll give me a custom tune. And apparently on this particular motor, it doesn't have whatever wideband O2 sensors are. So that's not possible. You can't read live data on this, store it, and send it back to Dynojet. Or at least that's what the guy on the phone told me. But immediately after, he's like, I can work on a custom tune for you right now for full exhaust. We can make some changes here, and I'll just email it to you. So he put me on hold for like 5 minutes. And then he sent me the file over the email. He waited while I downloaded it, while I loaded it onto this tuner, and then while I turned the key on, file immediately showed up with my name on it, and I was able to flash it. So I gotta say, shout out to Dynojet for sure. That was great. All right, so again, a huge shout out to UTV Direct, UTV HQ, and Dynojet for hooking us up with this tuner for the Maverick Sport. Highly recommend it. I didn't get any footage last night. Me and my son took it for a test drive afterwards. It was too dark to film, and we took it to the local drag strip. And yeah, I never really tried to get full speed on this thing before. I probably let off at like 60. Obviously, if you want to go fast, you're gonna buy an X3. I bought a Maverick Sport for ground clearance, storage, stuff like that. So, I mean, it was pretty quick before. I didn't expect a whole lot out of the tune. But however, at the local drag strip, we hit over 74 mile an hour like nothing. Like from start to finish, you just get on it and rip, and it would have kept pulling guaranteed to 85 at least. I let off just because, we were going pretty quick. But pulled like nothing up to 74. And I only drove it a couple miles other than that, just around. And I feel like it changed the whole way this thing drove. As far as smooth throttle response, accelerating and decelerating, whatever it changed made a difference. Like even slowing around in the corner and speeding up, I feel like this thing was a little like jerky like that before, and smooth. Everything definitely smoothed out. Even after driving it around that whole time, after letting it warm up and straight ripping it up to almost 80 mile an hour, it was running at 167 degrees Fahrenheit. So definitely highly recommended. Is it worth 600 bucks? I haven't drove it a whole lot yet, but just off the first mile or two, if you were to buy one, yeah, I would say it's definitely worth it. So I'll try and get a couple clips here of in the cab noise with the HMF pipe. It is pretty loud inside. Definitely highly recommend the HMF pipe. And you won't be able to tell from video as far as speed on this thing, but I'll try and get a couple clips of it. So other than that, stay tuned for the next video, and make sure you please hit that subscribe and like button. It does help us out a lot. So.